arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5. With options for financing, we are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment. Your local Burger King with locations in the London Shopping Center and at 1875 North Main in London proudly supports Laurel County's young athletes. Have it your way at BK.
At BK. Have it your way.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
If you want your lawn to look amazing, look no further than Amazing Grass Lawn Care. Elijah Jervis and his crew of outstanding lawn care professionals are the best in the bluegrass. At Amazing Grass, we aim to meet all of your lawn care needs at a reasonable price. You grow it, we'll mow it. For Amazing Grass, phone 606-231-4411. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Amazing Grass. How sweet the ground. E.C. Porter IGA has been your hometown grocery store for decades because of our quality and impeccable service. And through the years, that hasn't changed. 714 East 4th Street in London. E.C. Porter IGA is a proud sponsor of our local student athletes. Independent Opportunities is a human service company committed to providing high-quality support for those with disabilities. They're hiring now. Phone 877-9209 or search Independent Opportunities on Facebook.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to North Laurel High School, the newly renovated John Hooker Stadium at Alumni Field for North Laurel Jaguar baseball. Tonight we have 49th District action as the Clay County Tigers are visiting for the district seed game. I'm Mike Black, and I'll be joined shortly by the voice of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, Jalen Black. You're listening to Jaguar Baseball on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network via North Laurel Nation and 98.5 WJTE. The North Laurel Jaguars come into tonight's game with a record of 9-8, coming off a victory on Saturday versus Knox Central, 11-1 in 6 innings. And they'll be led on the mound tonight by 8th grader Cooper Parman. He'll be our starting pitcher. Catcher be Cam Smith. Playing first base, Cooper Elza. Playing second base will be number 15, Austin Napier. Your shortstop will be number 5, Cam Hinkle. Third baseman will be number 7, Braden Evans. In left field will be number 12, Carter Kelly. In center field will be 28, Cooper Robinson. And in right field, number 25, Jude McCorder. Leading off tonight for the Clay County Tigers will be number 12, the center fielder, Aiden Roberts. We're ready for baseball action here at North Laurel High School. First pitch is low and in the dirt. Now I'm joined by my play-by-play girl, my daughter, Jalen Black.
Running double duty tonight as pitch high and inside nearly hits the batter there. 2-0 count for Cooper Parman. That pitch called for strike one, 2-1 count.
Yeah, Clay County played Saturday against Harlan County. The ball's fouled back out of play. Played Saturday against Harlan County and defeated them 17-5. This is the first meeting of the season between the Jaguars and Clay County Tigers. Always a competitive matchup. There's strike three looking. Great comeback there for Cooper Parman to get out number one here in the top of the first inning. Jalen, you got catching your breath after also serving as their photographer for the Jaguar Broadcasting Network. We have a track meet going on here on the campus of North Laurel High School. Next batting for Clay County will be number one, the shortstop, Ethan Jackson, Clay County's leading hitter, batting .516 on the year with 4 home runs and 19 RBIs.
Second pitch called strike there. 1-1 count now. Ground ball. Parman couldn't get to it, and that was a close one. Umpire signal safe.
Yeah, he beat it out. When that ball got past Parman, that's a tough play. So that'll be an infield hit for Ethan Jackson.
And that'll bring up the lefty for Clay County, number 24, junior Talon Markham.
Yeah, tonight's starting pitcher, Talon, is hitting .405 on the year. 3 home runs and 23 RBIs.
High fly ball out to short, left field. Looks like that's going to be
Carter Kelly.
Carter Kelly. I thought that was him.
Carter Kelly with the put out. It's a ball that was skied.
So that's going to be the second out for the inning. Still a runner on first for Clay County.
Now batting will be number 11, Brody Hooker, third baseman. He comes into tonight's contest. The batting average of .229 on the year.
Runner going second. Smith going to throw down, overthrows second base, but center fielder will come in to back it up.
Yeah, Ethan Jackson got a great jump there on that pitch. Cam really didn't have much of a chance there. He's 6th stolen base of the year. Puts a runner in scoring position for the Tigers.
2 outs, 1-0 count for Hooker. That pitch low for ball 2.
Ball outside for ball 3. He's being with the base open, being real selective here with Brody Hooker.
And that's going to be ball 4. So Hooker will take, will take first base, and that's going to have runners on first and second here, 2 outs.
Coming to bat will be number 23, John Smith, the first baseman for the Clay County Tigers. Comes in tonight's game with a batting average of .222. Sophomore.
That ball hit foul for strike 1 now. Nice pitch on the outside corner there by Parman. Now ahead in the count, 0-2. Ball outside.
Still way ahead in the count. I didn't want to give him too much to hit there with runners on first and second.
That ball fouled off behind the plate. 1-2 count now for Parman. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here at the top of the first.
Big lead at second by Jackson. Good hard breaking curveball there as Cooper Farman gets strike 3 to end the top of the first, and we'll stay here between innings. Talk a little bit about what's going on the campus of North Laurel High School right now. Like I said, we got 49th District baseball action. We got a huge track meet going on at the football complex, and looks like the middle school softball team is in action as well on this beautiful evening. Like we said, this is the game that was supposed to be played last night and was rained out due to the weather, and we're just going to play here tonight. This game was originally scheduled to be at Clay County, but we'll play the district seed game here. I believe for North Laurel, this may be their first district game. They were supposed to play Clay County last night and tonight, and then they play Jackson County next week in the district baseball action as well. And important to win your district games, Jalen, just like any other sport. We seed in the 49th district. So obviously, if you're not playing Clay or Jackson, you're going to get a bye in the 49th district because those are the only 3 teams that are playing baseball. So right now, Jackson County defeated Clay County. Actually, they played twice last week, with Jackson County winning 15-6 and then 6-5. So, they're going to be, if North Laurel can win here tonight, then the winner of the North Jackson game next week will be the number 1 seed in the 49th district. So we're about halfway through the season. Been kind of up and down for the Jaguars, starting to hit their groove here, and we're looking forward to big things here as the Jaguars will be led off in hitting here in the bottom of the first will be Carter Kelly.
Kelly batting .356 so far on the season, 59 at-bats, 21 of those were hits. So lefty here for the Jags, going to try to get things started in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, against Talon Markham, who is Clay County's top pitcher. He's 4-1 with an earned run average of 1.86.
First pitch high, ball 1. Second pitch, called strike 1 there.
Yeah, not sure if he called that on the pitch or the swing, but kind of had Carter off balance. He did have a check swing there.
Third pitch going to be fouled off behind the plate by Kelly. 1-2 count here.
Get some good pictures at the track meet.
I tried my best, man. I will say that's the first time I've ever been to a track meet, and it is very chaotic, very hectic. A lot going on. As Kelly going to hit a hard fly ball to left field, and left fielder going to make the catch for Clay County's first out of the inning.
It put out by the left fielder Connor Gilbert for out number 1 here in the first inning. Next up to bat, we'll have number 19, the first baseman tonight, Cooper Elza. Cooper comes into the game batting .412.
First pitch, high and outside, ball 1.
Cooper again rocking the old style stirrups. I like it.
I do too.
Like
I think he's the only one on our team.
He said he can't get that trend to pick up with his teammates.
Second pitch was way off speed there, called for strike 1.
Yeah, I can't tell from up here in the booth, but he might be throwing a knuckle curve. You can kind of tell by his grip when he releases the ball.
Elza gets a piece of that one. Going to be fouled on the first baseline. 1-2 count now.
He came back with a fastball inside there. I suspect we're going to see a off-speed pitch here. He's got 16 Ks on the season, pitched 26 innings. Important for Cooper here to take the plate.
That pitch outside, ball 2.
That's good discipline there by Cooper.
That ball fouled off hard behind the plate.
Good at bat for Cooper as he continues the battle here with a 2-2 count, 1 out in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Jaguar Baseball here on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, brought to you by North Laurel Nation and 98.5 WJTE.
And Elza swing and a miss there for strike 3.
Another off-speed pitch had him way out in front.
That's going to bring up the catcher, number 8, Cam Smith, for the Jaguars.
Yeah, Cam is batting .377 on the season with a team-leading 3 home runs and 20 RBIs.
First pitch, swing and a miss for Smith. Next pitch called ball, 1-1 count now. Another swing and a miss for strike 2.
Whatever he's throwing off speed there, he's got him off balance, and it's got some late movement on it. There it was again, but it was in the dirt. Good take by Cam. I'm still going to say dirt.
I was going to say.
I know it's even turf. I'm old school. It'll be dirt. I'll never say in the turf.
Ground ball hit to the third baseman. And he'll overthrow first base, so Cam Smith will pick up a single off of an error there. And he'll try to get some momentum going for your Jaguars. That'll bring out number 24, the pitcher, Cooper Parman.
Yeah, that was E5 there. That ball got away from Mr. Hooker there at third base. And looks like we have number 31 running for Cam Smith. That is Zach Johnston. Got confirmation from a man Reese up here in the press box with us. I can't hardly see that number. The pitcher tonight, Cooper Parman, batting cleanup for the Jaguars, an 8th grader batting .240 with 10 RBIs on the season.
First pitch, low and outside, ball 1. Second pitch, hit pretty hard. Looks like
Scott.
Yeah, Gilbert going to make the grab there in left center.
All right, after one complete inning, 0-0. Again, you're listening to Play-by-Play Girl is back. Jalen Black. I'm Mike Black on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network via North Laurel Nation and 98.5 WJTE. We'll be right back in a couple minutes.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
All right, welcome back to the jungle here as North Laurel is entering the top of the second inning. Score 0-0. We're excited to be coming to you live in the newly renovated John Hooker Stadium at Alumni Field. As you could tell, we have a lot of things going on around campus, as we mentioned earlier, and a lot of new upgrades coming, as well as the new auxiliary gym that's currently going in. They're working on the roof right now as we speak.
Yep, a 15,000 square foot facility. We'll have a gym in there. There'll also be like 30 yards of a turf football field, a room for cheer and dance, a weight room, just another room for a golf simulator. And I think a lot of people call it the auxiliary gym, but it's an athletic facility.
Yeah.
And it'll really benefit North Laurel athletics, all sports here when it gets open sometime, hopefully at the end of the year.
So leading off the top of the second, ball high for the first pitch. That's going to be number 27, Aiden Lovett. Second pitch going to be a ball as well. So 2-0 count here. And that pitch going to be ball 3. So Parman finding himself down in the count, 3-0 here.
Yeah, he steps off the rubber and to catch his breath. He works real fast. Aiden Lovett here batting .257 for the Tigers, sophomore second baseman.
Finds that outside corner for strike 1. 3-1 count now.
Oh, jammed him there.
Yeah,
good pitch.
Great pitch.
Yeah, Cooper Parmer, like we said, only an eighth grader. He's pitched 18 innings this year with a record of 3-0 with an earned average of 2.33 with 25 strikeouts and 14 walks. Ball just a little low as Aiden Lovett walks. Start the top of the second here for the Clay County Tigers.
Now up to bat number 25, Connor Gilbert, senior for the Tigers. He'll step into the box with no outs and no runs on the board. Shows the bunt, and Parman throws the first, trying to pick Lovett off. Doesn't get it.
If you're watching tonight via North Laurel Nation, shoot us a comment there. Let us know you're watching. Like I said, we're trying some different things here. We're not via Huddle. We're on Facebook and the radio tonight.
Gilbert shows the bunt again, and Smith throws for the pickoff, and they're going to say safe, but it was a close one.
Yeah, he was leaning bad there. I think if that throw had been more toward the back, we'd had an out there.
Absolutely. That ball thrown by Parman was going to be ball 2, I believe.
Yeah, ball 2. Clearly, they're trying to sacrifice here. Good lead there first by Mr. Lovett.
Showing the bunt again. He'll pull back. That's going to be called strike 1. So 2-1 count now for Gilbert.
Yeah, it's important here. If you know they're going to sacrifice, just throw to the bat. Let him sacrifice. You definitely don't want to have back-to-back walks here to start the top of the second.
Parman throws the first, trying to pick off once again. Can't get Lovett.
Yeah, and he's just trying to keep him close. Keep him honest here. You don't, ball bunted right back to the pitcher. You may have a shot to get that force at second.
Pitch is fouled off by Gilbert.
He's swinging away there, so they have 1-2 on the board. I think it's 2-2.
I agree. I think the count's 2-2.
Again, we're not operating the scoreboard up here in the press box. That's being operated in the dugout, so much like the softball game earlier last week, I guess. 2-2 count, runner on first.
That pitch high and way outside. Now going to be 3-2 count here.
That's what we have it now. I've not seen the signal by the umpire.
The last pitch he signaled 2-2, so.
Okay. I believe I would have signaled it again to try to correct the scoreboard.
Nice pitch there. Gilbert fouls it off behind the plate and off the net.
Yeah, you're down here at the bottom of the lineup. It's important, no free passes. So he wants to go right after Gilbert here.
Nice pitch there. Got Gilbert on the front of his toes. He tipped it off. 2-2 count signaled by the umpire there.
We must have missed one.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to go. Somebody can go back and fact check us.
Yeah.
Anyway,
great
strike 3.
pitch there.
Yeah, up and
by
in.
Parman.
Tough pitch to hit. It's 1 out. That'll bring to bat number 10, Mason Roark, freshman. 29 at-bats here on the season and 2 hits.
So 0-0 here in the top of the second. Got a runner on first for Clay County, and that first pitch going to be ball 1. And Cam Smith going to take a trip out to the mound, have a word with his pitcher, Cooper Parman.
Yeah, he's probably talking to him here about, just you got the number 8 hitter in the lineup. It's the catcher, freshman here for Clay County. Just throw strikes. Let your defense help you here. Cooper comes set. Missing a little low.
Yep, first pitch in the turf.
For
ball 1.
For those of you listening, we have this running joke. Both of our softball and baseball fields are turf now, but I still say the ball's in the dirt. Pickoff move over to first. He had him leaning there. I'm not sure if they're trying to little hit and run action maybe here or straight steal, but Levitt was leaning over there at first.
That ball is absolutely crushed. And that's going to be out of here for a 2-run shot.
Nope. I think it bounced
Did
over.
it bounce over that?
Yeah, it's going to be a ground rule double.
Okay.
And that's going to benefit North Laurel because Levitt was probably going to
Score off of that. Had it stayed in, yeah.
Yeah, Carter Kelly was playing more over toward the gap, and that ball was hit right down the line by Mason Roark for a double.
Guess that's another benefit of having turf. That ball was hit so hard it bounced over the fence.
Sure did. Next up, we'll have number 21 for the Tigers, and that is Trey Crawford, the DH.
Looks like the umpire is getting everything situated here. Maybe checking the lineup sheet. Crawford will step into the box. First pitch called strike 1.
Mr. Crawford thought that was a little low.
That ball hit high to center field. And looks like Cam Hinkle going to drop back and make the catch and keeps the runner on third base.
Yeah, good play by Cam. And that's shallow center field, left center field there, and that holds the runner. It wasn't deep enough for him to tag up, so that'll be out number 2 here in the top of the second inning. Leadoff hitter Aiden Roberts.
He rips one down the third base line, called fair.
Yep.
And that's going to score 2 runs here. And going to be a nice double there by Roberts.
Yeah, he just turned on that inside pitch and bounced right over the bag for a double.
So Clay County now with 2 runs on the board. They lead 2-0 here in the top of the second inning. North Laurel with 2 outs and a runner on second. They're just looking to get this third out here as Ethan Jackson steps into the box for the Clay County Tigers.
Yeah, again, like we talked about in softball the other night, leadoff walk, that runner scored, Aiden Levitt. So I don't know the statistics on that, but pretty high percentage they're going to score.
Parman looking for the outside corner there. That was just high for ball 1.
Yeah, dangerous hitter here, and Ethan Jackson hitting .516 on the season.
Nice pitch. Jackson will swing and miss for strike one.
Yeah, he had an infield hit there in the first inning.
Second pitch is ripped foul towards the Clay County dugout.
1-2 count. It's important here for Cooper to hit his spots. Got Clay County's most dangerous hitter. You want to make sure you don't leave something out over the plate that he can drive here. Runner on second and 2 outs.
Looking for the outside corner once again, but just a little too outside.
Yep, good miss. Again, you didn't want to throw anything over the heart of the plate, and same thing here. Wants to try to hit the corner. Ball 3. Full count. Oh, no.
And that was ball 4, and Smith tried to pick Roberts off at second base with a little back pick there, but Hinkle and
Napier.
Yeah, they weren't ready.
Yeah, no one was at second. That's what Cam's looking at. He saw a real big lead there by Aiden Roberts and tried to throw behind him. Now up to bat is number 24, the pitcher, Talon Markham, with runners on first and second, 2 outs here in the top of the second. Yeah, nice lead there by Roberts as Cooper steps off the mound to running back to second.
First pitch low, ball 1.
Yeah, it's important that he keeps the runner close there second because a base hit, you want to have a chance. You want to give your outfielders a chance to throw him out at home.
Second pitch in the turf for ball 2. So 2-0 count here for Markham with runners on first and second and 2 outs in the top of the second.
Good inside pitch. He fouls it off its leg. Strike 1. Get behind 2-0. They're gonna sit on that fastball. But that was a good pitch, not over the heart of the plate, inside pitch. Need a couple more of those by Cooper.
It's going to be ball 3, so Parman behind now, 3-1 in the count. North Laurel searching for that third out this inning.
Pitch. Strike 2. All right. Full count. Runners on first and second. They're going to be taking off. Going to be tough to get anyone out at home on a base hit. There they go. Again, he fouls it off his front foot.
Yeah, that's twice this at bat. He's done that. Harmon really jamming him up there with the inside pitch.
He's going to walk that one off a little bit there. Umpire's going to give him a second. Coach Smith walks down to check on him. If you've ever fouled one off there, that hurts. Right there on that front shin, looks like around his ankle. Appears to be okay and back in the box. 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on first and second for the Clay County Tigers here in the top of the second inning. Harmon comes set.
Ball 4. North Laurel now has bases loaded with 2 outs, trailing 2-0 here in the top of the second.
Coming to bat will be number 11, Brody Hooker, the third baseman for the Clay County Tigers. His first at bat, he walked. Looks like we're going to have a courtesy runner for the pitcher. That will be number 18, Grubb. Don't have a first name, just have last name listed on the lineup card there.
So Hooker at the plate now for the Tigers.
And much like we ran into some in basketball, the rosters aren't updated on KHSA. So apologies to number 18, Mr. Grubb, but we don't have a first name.
Good first pitch there on the outside corner by Parman. 0-1 count.
Yeah, this is a big at bat here. Big for Cooper Parman. Going to be a big out. Misses up there with the breaking ball.
That pitch low. Going to be ball 2, so 2-1 count here for Parman.
The old adage goes, there's no place to put him, as Coach Dan McCorder calls time. He's going to go out and have a word with his pitcher, Cooper Parman. Brings in all the infielders in here. Coach McCorder is giving his bit of advice to Cooper Parman and the rest of the infielders, and we're back to action here.
Ground ball fielded by Evans. And
Great
he'll
play.
throw Hooker out at first base for the third out.
Great play there by Braden Evans. That one big hop there, and he came and got that big hop and makes the put out to Cooper Elza to end the inning there and, limit the damage there, because Clay County had 3 hits there and scored 2 runs in the top of the second to take a 2-0 lead. And, 3 hits, 3 walks, left 3 runners on base. So feel pretty fortunate there to get out of this inning with only 2 runs. And as will the Jaguars will come to bat here in the bottom of the 5th, looking to even the score. We will not be broadcasting this weekend baseball games, but there'll be 4 games here at John Hooker Stadium, Alumni Field. As the first game, North Laurel will take on Madison Southern. And Coach McCorder told me who the second game would be. And after the day we've had today, I forgot who it is, but there will be a second game. And then the winners will play and the losers will play. And that's the David Irie Invitational here at North Laurel High School on Saturday. But also we will be broadcasting softball action here from North Laurel High School on Saturday, as your North Laurel Lady Jaguars will host a triangle that includes Franklin County and a to-be-determined opponent at noon. So we'll be live and on the air Saturday at noon, and then we'll have the second game at 4 o'clock. So if you can't come out and join us here at North Laurel High School, you can listen to the Jaguar Broadcasting Network on North Laurel Nation on Facebook and 98.5 WJTE.
So leading off for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the second innings, number 30, Big Red, Eli Holt.
The Red Rocket, as Jordan Markham has nicknamed him. Eli Holt hit a big home run on Saturday in the bottom of the sixth to end the game, a walk-off home run. Eli's batting .333 on the year with 1 home run and 8 RBIs. He is the DH tonight for the Jaguars.
First pitch outside, ball 1. Second pitch going to be a little low for ball 2. So a 2-0 count here for Eli Holt.
And
That
he
ball
absolutely
crushed.
down the left field line. Just curves foul.
Man, he killed that thing. So it looks like going to be a 2-1 count now.
Just like what we'd call from the dugout, just a long strike. As Talon Markham is on the mound, gets his sign and the pitch.
That way outside.
Eli's way ahead in the count here, 3-1 here in the bottom of the second.
Crushes that ball.
He's hit that in the left
Center
field
fielder
gap.
trying to get to it, can't. Off the fence. And Eli Holt with a stand-up double here to start the bottom of the second inning for the Jags.
Great at bat by Eli. Drove that pitch into the gap. Not much wind out here today. We've noticed the last few games that left center field gap has kind of been like a home run alley with the wind, but not much wind tonight. Is number
7. Braden Evans at the plate now, following up Mr. Holt with the double. That first pitch way outside for ball 1, and catcher going to call time and take a visit to the mound.
Yeah, Braden, a junior, batting .261 on the season with 12 hits and 46 at-bats.
So catcher returns behind the plate. That pitch low once again, and it's like a 2-0 start here.
Yeah, again, just much like we ran into in the last inning. Now you got a hitter's pitch here. He's got to come to you. It's got to be something right over the heart of the plate that Braden can drive into the gap.
That pitch was tipped and caught by the catcher. It's going to be strike 2. Strike 1, sorry. So 2-1 count. We got a runner on second base. Clay County leads 2-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Pop fly hit out to shallow right field. First baseman backing up and makes the catch for out 1. So 1 out. Eli Holt still on second base. And that's going to bring up number 5 shortstop, Cam Hinkle, for the Jags.
Cam, a junior, 10 hits and 47 at-bats for the Jaguars.
First pitch, he gets underneath it, pops it up high. And that's going to be Markham coming off the mound to make the play. So 2 back-to-back pop-ups from the Jags for 2 straight outs. And North Laurel needing to get this runner through and score.
Yeah, been good there to advance the runner, one of those 2 hitters. Now up the bat is number 25, your right fielder, Jude McQuarter.
First pitch looks like he was trying to throw that little knuckle curve right there.
That's what it appears to be
Yeah.
from up here in the press box. I can't really tell looking through the net and the screen, but the release has that
that
feel.
push. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's going to be ball one from Jude. He crushed that ball.
I don't know if it's going to have
Gonna be
enough. The right fielder moves over.
That's
Gone.
have enough. That was on the softball field, Dad. That
yeah.
ball bounced. That was in the
Wow.
softball field. It went into the softball field. Jude McCorder's second home run of the season, and he absolutely laced that ball into right field and onto the softball field. And right there was the spark the Jags needed. We're now all tied up 2-2.
Yes, sir.
After-
Two-run bomb there by Jude McCorder. From the press box here, I couldn't tell. I was kind of watching the right fielder, and he was running over. It looks like he was just running over and going to be right under it.
I don't know if he could even see it. It was hit so high.
Yes.
You said, I don't know if it has enough. It bounced on the softball field over there. I saw the outfitter signal time and throw the ball back over.
Yeah, and if you're not familiar, our softball field is right behind the right field here at North Laurel High School.
And right there, this is going to be number 15.
Ashton Napier
Yes.
fouls it off. Second baseman for your Jaguars. Yeah, nice two-run and bomb by Jude McCorder.
And I'd say our athletic director Ethan Eversole's tuning in right now, and I'm sure he's very pleased as he was on the call for the first one Jude hit this season. And he said that ball was absolutely crushed as well.
I think that was the Rockcastle County
Yes.
game, maybe. Yes.
Oh, 1 count here. And that's going to be ball one. So we're all tied up now, 2-2 here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 outs, no runners on. And a 2-1 count now for Ashton Napier. That pitch way inside
Way
nearly.
inside, and Jordan Markham, he's not up here with us, but he'd be very pleased. That was a breaking ball, and Ashton didn't flinch.
Nope, he was going to wear it.
He was going to wear it. Now the scoreboard's right. It's 3-2, full count here, 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
And the umpire going to ring Napier up on that outside pitch.
Yeah, a little too close to take, but great inning there as Jude McCorder gets us on the board with a 2-run bomb, and it's 2-2 after 2 complete innings.
All right, you're listening to Jalen Black and Mike Black on North Laurel Nation, home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network on Facebook, and on WJTE 98.5, The Light of London. We'll step aside and be right back.
E.C. Porter IGA has been your hometown grocery store for decades because of our quality and impeccable service. And through the years, that hasn't changed. 714 East 4th Street in London. E.C. Porter IGA is a proud sponsor of our local student athletes. Independent Opportunities is a human service company committed to providing high-quality support for those with disabilities. They're hiring now. Phone 877-9209 or search Independent Opportunities on Facebook.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Going to have number 23. That's going to be John Smith for the Clay County Tigers, leading off here in the newly renovated John Hooker Stadium at Alumni Field. North Laurel was able to put 2 runs on the board thanks to Jude McCorder's 2-run shot. in that bottom of the second inning. So we're all tied up now 2-2. And looks like we're going to have Hurley on the mound now for the Jaguars.
Pitching change there. Yes, Dylan Hurley.
His first pitch to Smith on that outside corner for strike one.
Yeah, Dylan Hurley is, 1 win, 3 losses, but he's got a 3.40 earned run average in 22 and 2/3 of inning. Another good pitch on the inside corner.
So that shifts things around a little bit for the Jaguar defense. You have Parman at third base now. Elza moves over to second. And Braden Evans will take first base as a pop fly hit to center field. Going to bounce right in front of Jude McCorder for a single. So McCorder now in center field, and Kelly will stay in left field, and that looks like that is
Ashton Napier.
That's
is moved to
Napier.
right field.
Yes.
Yeah. So we, Cooper Robinson and Eli Holt was DHing for him. So a lot of changes for the Jaguars in the field there, and we'll try to catch you up on all those. But
Hurley trying to back pick.
John Smith, 23, led off with a single.
One-0 count now. That pitch fouled off.
And number 27, Aiden Lovett, is a hitter. He walked in his first at bat in the second inning and scored on the 2-run double by Mason Roark.
So no outs here in the top of the third inning. Runner on first, and that ball hits straight up. Smith going to take his mask off, looking for it. And he makes the tough grab there. Last second, realized he needed to go back a couple more steps and lost his balance there, but a great grab by Cam Smith from behind the plate.
Yeah, if you've never
had
to try to catch a ball like that, it's fouled back behind you, and the spin is going to bring the ball back toward the infield. And great job by Cam to stay with it there to get out number 1.
That'll bring up number 25, Connor Gilbert, the left fielder for Clay County. 1 out, a runner on first. First pitch. Going to be a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Yeah, Gilbert struck out in the top of the second. He's 0 for 1 tonight.
That ball looked like he was trying to lay a bunt down.
He was. He squared the bunt and fouled it off. Dylan's way ahead here, 0-2.
And right there, that's a check swing for strike 3. So Gilbert strikes out for the second time this evening off of a nice inside pitch that got him on the check swing. So that'll be the second out of the inning for your Jaguars.
Up next is the catcher, number 10, Mason Roark, who had a double and 2 RBIs in the top of the second.
First pitch high, ball 1. Second pitch going to be called strike 1. So 1-1 count now for Hurley. That pitch high, 2-1 count now.
Good pitch by Dylan. Strike 2 there, a little off speed. Got Mason Roark to chase it. 2-2, 2 outs. Score 2-2, runner on first, top of the third. Oh, just a little bit outside. Uh-oh. Dylan's walking off the mound. He wanted that pitch. Yeah, kind of a little bit of a code here in baseball. That's your catcher. You want to kind of give him the benefit of the doubt. But that ball was out 3 or 4 inches.
So full count now. Runner on first base, 2 outs here. North Laurel tied up 2-2 with Clay County. Hurley trying to pick off Smith over there on first base.
Yeah, I think he's just trying to keep him close here. He's probably going to be going on the pitch. 3-2 count, 2 outs.
That ball hit in the gap down the left field line. Kelly bobbles it. And Smith going to advance to third base, and that's going to be a double there for Lovett. Roark, yes.
2 doubles for him. Just turned on that inside pitch, just like he did earlier. Good play by Carter to get over there and cut it off to keep it from going to the fence. Gone to the fence, so he would have a triple and another run score. But at the bat now is the DH number 21, Trey Crawford.
And he'll hit it right to Evans at first base for out 3.
Yeah, he turned on that one quick, line drive right at the first baseman. Again, in this game, you can hit the ball hard, hit it right at somebody, or hit a little blooper, and it still looks like a hit. And so that's out number 3 here in the top of the third as Clay County leaves 2 runners stranded, 1 hit in the inning, no runs. We go to the bottom of the third. This 49th district matchup, score 2-2 between the homestanding North Laurel Jaguars and the Clay County Tigers. So we talked about what we got coming up here on Saturday. We will have a few more games here on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network and North Laurel Nation on Facebook and 98.5 WJTE. As we move through this softball and baseball season. We'll be back with you on April the 29th. And again, on May 1st, we'll have baseball action as the crosstown rival South Laurel Cardinals come to John Hooker Stadium, Alumni Field on May 1st. We'll have that for you on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network. And a new program that we're going to institute called the Jaguar Den will be May the 5th at 7 p.m. Still working out the details and the location. But Jalen will be the host, and we plan on highlighting that night our archery team, both boys and girls. So we'll talk to Coach Jason Ivey and also have some of the archers. And we'll also talk to some members of our track and field team and hope to have our North Laurel, our third class of the North Laurel High School Athletic Hall of Fame, Marcus Carson, Ashley Woolham, and Abby Sears. We hope to get them on the broadcast as well. So just a monthly program we're going to start doing called the Jaguar Den.
Well, I'm the host, but it seems like you know more about it than I do. You didn't really give me a chance to say much about it.
You
but
know me when I get going. You
can
add whatever you want there.
I'm just excited that we finally have a little show we're able to do monthly that's not going to highlight just your main sport. That's going to highlight every student athlete around North Laurel, and from the band to the soccer team, track, cross country, tennis, sports like that may feel like they are overlooked sometimes and don't always get the exposure that they sometimes think that teams like the basketball teams and football, baseball might get. So just an opportunity for every student athlete to get a chance to share about their sport. So hard hit ball there by Kelly, fielded by the second baseman. And he almost came off the bag there, but
he did. Good play all the way around. That ball was hard hit to the second baseman. And he made a great play on it there to get Carter, and great play hang on there by first baseman John Smith.
So that's going to bring up Second baseman Cooper Elza to the plate. 1 out here, no runners on.
Sorry, I stole your thunder. I didn't know.
No, you're good. You tell everybody about it. I'll say what I have to say for the show.
There you go. But no, just like you mentioned, we're excited to showcase, the great things going on. We'll talk about tennis later in June. Just a lot of great things going on at North Laurel High School.
That ball poked into center field. Shortstop can't get to it, and it's going to drop. So Elza with the single here to get things going in the bottom of the third for your Jaguars.
Great piece hitting there by Cooper. Sometimes in this game,
that's what you'd mentioned earlier.
You hit it where they ain't.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to look like a rope in the books.
So that's going to bring up catcher number 8, Cam Smith. He'll have Elza on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Markham throws back to first.
Yeah, Cam's 0 for 1 tonight. He was on base, but it was an error by the third baseman. Markham had just had him off balance all throughout the at-bat. So let's see here if he makes that adjustment.
Elza looking to steal second. Catcher bobbles it, and he'll be up safe. Second base, so.
Yeah, great jump there by Cooper to get that stolen base. Cam was taken all the way. That was a called steal to get the runner in scoring position. I didn't see a signal by the umpire. It looked like it was low for ball 1.
Yep, 1-0 count now. Cam turns on that one, and through the wickets it goes down the line. Elza, he's going to be sent all the way home. Gilbert not even going to make a throw home, and Elza going to be safe there as Smith will get a single on what I believe is an error right there.
Well, we'll see. We may get a word with Coach McWhorter. We'll ask him, but I'm like you.
To me, I'm old school like you. That's a routine play. He didn't get his glove on the ground, and as the old Doug Baker used to say, through the wickets it goes.
Through the wickets.
Yep. So
now we have a runner on first. Looks like
I think that's Johnston.
Johnston running again, and Cooper Parman in the box.
Johnston going to steal second, and he'll slide in there safe. He's got a set of wheels on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he didn't get as good a jump as Cooper did a while ago, but he picked up speed as he got closer and beats the throw for a stolen base.
So once again, another runner in scoring position here for Parman. He's got 1 strike here, 1 out. Big swing on that one. He'll foul it out of play.
Yeah, 2 good cuts there by Cooper. And here, important, he just gets the bat on the ball, gets the ball in play, and makes something happen here.
0-2 count here. Johnston on second. North Laurel now leading 3-2. And that pitch inside got away from the catcher, and he'll slide into first safe. Great heads-up play there by Parman and Johnston as Johnston will make his way to third, and Parman will run out the drop third strike.
Yeah, I think if the catcher had set his feet there and fired the ball, he may have had a shot. But good hustle by Cooper, diving into first base. And then we got runners on first and third, just making things happen here with 1 out in the bottom of the third. And the Red Rocket back to the plate, Eli Holt, number 30, the DH. Doubled in the second inning. I'm sorry, bottom of the second, he doubled.
Markham going to step off the rubber there.
I'd say he's going to be very careful how he pitches to Eli here.
He's expecting a steal there by Parman. Have a runner on third. So he'll throw to first.
Yeah, first and third situation here with 1 out. I'm probably going to give it a couple pitches and give Eli a chance to hit here. We'll see what Coach Darren McWhorter calls from the third base coaching box.
Yeah, and there goes Parman on the steal, swing and a miss for Holt, but catcher lost the ball once again, and Parman with an easy stolen base.
Yeah, it looked like he had the early break and was trying to get the attention of the pitcher, and he went ahead and went to the plate, so Cooper went ahead and took second base. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Jaguars.
0-1 count. That ball way outside.
Yeah, with a base open here, I'm guessing Eli's not going to see something he can hit. He's probably going to pitch around him here. First base open to get the force back in play. It's important here for Eli to be patient. Don't swing at ball.
That one.
The little breaking ball.
Yep, dropped right down the middle. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
You're probably going to see about 2 or 3 more of those.
Here's the pitch, and he just
Absolutely
bombed that. Is it going to be fair?
Fair?
No foul ball, and Coach McCorder was signaling fair.
What do you think? I couldn't see.
I can't tell from up here. It's hard to tell.
Reese
Reese is
says
saying
it's
foul.
He had the best angle up
He
here.
did, yeah.
Coach McCorder didn't put up much of a fight. I think he was just hoping.
Yeah, he was.
That ball was absolutely crushed by Eli Holt. But again, as I said earlier, just a long strike.
So 1-2 count here for Holt.
Ooh.
He thought that was strike 3.
He started. Sure did. I think everybody in the building did.
He started walking toward the dugout right there.
Again, it's hard for us to see up and down, but that looked like that caught a lot of the black on the home plate. 2-2 count.
He'll crush that one, but right to the third baseman, and great heads-up play by Johnston on third, was able to get back before third baseman could step on the bag for the double play.
Yeah, I actually reacted. I thought he was going to.
You thought he got him, yeah.
Great base run over there by Zach Johnston. Most kids are going to have their head down and
keep going as fast as they can, but he took a couple steps, looked over his shoulder, saw it was caught, and was able to get back.
Yep.
So now 2 outs. Runners on second and third still, and that'll bring up first baseman Braden Evans for the Jags. He'll swing on an outside pitch and drive it to left center, right to the center fielder there for out 3. So North Laurel will leave 2 runners on there in the bottom of the third after scoring 1 run.
Yep, to take the lead 3-2 after 3 complete innings.
So North Laurel leading 3-2, as you just mentioned, over 49th District opponent Clay County. You're listening to Jalen Black and Mike Black on North Laurel Nation, the official home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, and on WJT 98.5. We'll step aside and be right back.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
All right, welcome back here as North Laurel leads Clay County 3-2, heading in to the top of the 4th inning. So far, been a beautiful evening here for some baseball. Sun's out, but enough clouds that it's not, not too hot.
Great evening for baseball here at North Laurel High School.
So it looks like this is going to be Roberts. Yes, I'm drawing a blank here. Aiden Roberts.
Yeah, number 12, the center fielder. He struck out looking in the first and had a 2-run double in the second.
He'll hit it to the third baseman. Great play by Parman and a great scoop there by Evans at first.
Outstanding play there by Braden Evans. And I've heard the coaches talk about that Braden Evans picks the ball over there at first base as well as anyone they've had. if you get the ball close, he's going to catch it. And that was a short hop there and off the turf and made a great play.
That's one thing I was about to say. I believe that took a lot of practice once they switched
Absolutely.
over to turf, learning, how different that turf makes the ball bounce here. So now at the play, number 1, Ethan Jackson for Clay County. First pitch to him was a ball.
Yeah, an infield hit, stolen base, and walked.
Early second pitch, way outside. 2-0 count now. There it is, painting the black there on the outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, good patience there by Jackson. Up 2-0, you're going to look for something you can drive. That ball was a borderline strike, and he laid off of it.
That one way outside down the opposite box there. 3-1 count, and Hurley obviously knows Jackson's their heavyweight here, and he's not going to throw him anything good, not going to serve it on a silver platter for him. And right there, great pitch. Jackson had to swing knowing it was close and fouls it off there for strike 2.
Yeah, Dylan's doing a good job of working in and out. He may look here to come inside 3-2, 1 out, top of the 4th again. You don't want to give base runners free passes.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. Jackson drives it. Go in off the fence. They're going to make the throw to second. That was a heck of a throw from the warning track.
Yeah. Great play by
Ashton Napier
out there. I've seen 3 or 4 games this year. He's played third. He's played second, playing right field now, and played that ball well, tracked it all the way to the fence, got it off the 1 hop, and made a great throw. If Jackson wasn't as quick as he is, he'd had a shot there at second base. But nonetheless, a double here in the top of the 4th for Ethan Jackson.
Napier sounds like he might be North Laurel's Swiss Army knife here.
Swiss Army knife. I like it.
Utility player. You can put him anywhere, and he'll make an impact on the field. So that'll bring up pitcher Markham here. The first pitch to him outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Talon Markham is 0 for 1. Flew out to the left fielder and then walked.
Second pitch outside as well.
Second straight hitter here that Dylan's falling behind 2-0 here in the heart of their lineup here. Their best hitters 2, 3, and 4. He's falling behind, and Cam Smith's going to go out and have a word with him. Is just kind of calm him down a little bit. Changed up signals here or something with the runner on second.
Now, are there any rules in high school how many times the catcher can visit the mound? No rules? That pitch driven out to right field. Looks like Napier going to track it down. He's going to launch it to third, and good job by Cam Smith deciding to cut that throw off. So second out this inning, and Jackson advances to third on the tag right there.
Yeah, sacrifice fly there, and that'll bring up number 11, Brody Hooker. He walked in the first inning, and scorekeeper missed what he did in the third. But
he struck out, I believe.
I know it was out 3 of that inning. Yeah, ball 1 here. The tying run on third. Big at bat. The hitter that you got to go get here if you're Dylan Hurley.
There he is, finding that outside corner once again. 1-1 count now on Hooker.
Yeah, here if you're Dylan, you just want to trust your stuff, hit your spots, and just let it go. Your defense will back you up.
Little dribbler up in the air to Hurley, and he overthrows first base. Right fielder wasn't there to cover that, and Jackson going to score. And that's going to be
Hooker advances to second on
Hooker, yes.
the overthrow at first. Yeah, got the pitch he wanted. Exactly what he wanted there. Ball back to the pitcher. Just sometimes that throw just gets away from you. In the box now for Clay County, number 23, the first baseman, John Smith.
He'll get another shot at it. This time he'll run with the
He's going to take it
himself. I like it.
He's not going to take any chances there.
So that's a great job by Dylan Hurley there to recover. Gave up 1 run that inning, so it's all tied up 3-3 as we head into the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, back and forth game there. We get ahead in the bottom of the 3rd, and Clay County answers with 1 run in the top of the 4th after the Ethan Jackson double, sacrifice fly by Talon Markham, and then Jackson scores on the overthrow at first base. Typical Clay County North Laurel game, I think, just looking back, it's 2010. They played 35 times, and Norris won 20 of those. The last meeting was around this time last year, and North Laurel won 5-4 in 9 innings. But if you look back in the history, just constant battles here in the 49th district between Clay County and North Laurel, and both teams trying to get on a roll here as we hit the midpoint of the season. Clay County 9-7, North Laurel 9-8, and just another great battle between these 2 rivals.
Absolutely. Looks like Markham going to stay on the mound here for the Tigers. And I believe we will have Cam Hinkle up to bat here, leading off for us in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, we should be 7, 8, 9. Hinkle, McCorder, and Napier. Chance for the Jaguars to battle back here. You want to. Well, baseball saying you want to try to win every inning. Well, Clay's got 1 here, so we got to match him here.
So Hinkle will step into the batter's box here. First pitch from Markham right down the middle for strike 1. Ground ball hit to Jackson at shortstop. Throws short hops, and umpire going to call him out.
Good play over there by the first baseman, route number 1.
That's going to bring up the lefty, number 25, Jude McCorder for the Jags. First pitch, ball 1 for Jude.
Yeah, Jude with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 2nd.
McCorder going to hit it to the second baseman. He'll field it, makes the throw, and Jude nearly ran that one out.
He did. He got down the line quick.
That's going to be out number 2 here for the Jags, and that'll bring up Ashton Napier to the plate. First pitch outside for ball 1. So if you're just tuning in, we are all tied up here 3-3 against Clay County. And that's going to be ball 3, so mark him out to 3-0 count here. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And Ashton Napier trying to get things going here for the Jags. And he'll take that pitch on the 3-0 count. It's going to be strike 1, so 3-1 count now for Napier.
Yeah, he kind of looked. He wasn't sure that was a strike, but the umpire called it.
That looked like the same exact pitch, and that one was called a ball here. It's a 3-1 count now. That pitch hit hard up the middle, gets past the second baseman. Going to be a nice single there for Napier with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. He'll get things rolling for the Jags. That's going to bring up left fielder number 12, Carter Kelly.
Yeah, Carter 0 for 2 on the night. Here, need a big 2-out hit from him.
There's that knuckle curve. Napier looking to steal second, and he slides in with ease.
Yeah, they're getting a good read off of the pitcher here, and found a way to steal some bases here.
So runner in scoring position now. We just need Kelly to hit one in the gap here. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. He'll drive it right back to the pitcher, and he'll run over and toss it to the first baseman for out 3. So North Laurel once again leaving a runner on here. And that's going to do it for the 4th inning. We'll head into the top of the 5th. We're all tied up still 3-3. You're listening to Jalen and Mike Black on North Laurel Nation, home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, and on WJTE 98.5. We'll step aside and be right back.
Your local Burger King with locations in the London Shopping Center and at 1875 North Main in London proudly supports Laurel County's young athletes. Have it your way at BK.
Your season today at BK. Have it your way.
If you want your lawn to look amazing, look no further than Amazing Grass Lawn Care. Elijah Jervis and his crew of outstanding lawn care professionals are the best in the bluegrass. At Amazing Grass, we aim to meet all of your lawn care needs at a reasonable price. You grow it, we'll mow it. For Amazing Grass, phone 606-231-4411. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Amazing Grass. How sweet the ground.
Welcome back to John Hooker Stadium here at Alumni Field. All tied up 3-3, and
yeah, I'd stand corrected. Ethan Eversole, our athletic director. Shout out to him. Bicep surgery, repairs bicep on Friday. Hope you're doing well. He's got the chance to listen in. He's corrected me. I was wrong. That was not a sacrifice fly because the run did not score.
this is number 27, Aiden Lovett, leading off. First pitch to him is a strike. Second pitch, he'll hit it right back to Dylan, and Dylan going to take a little jog over to first base in the underhand toss to get the out.
I'm okay with that play. Yeah, he just rushed that throw there in the last inning and being very cautious. With the 1-3 put out there, pitcher to the first baseman, one out here in the top of the 5th.
So that's going to be number 25, Connor Gilbert, the left fielder, at the plate now for the Tigers. First pitch to him, strike 1.
Gilbert's 0 for 2 on the evening with 2 strikeouts.
Second pitch to him is going to be tipped and caught for strike 2 here. So Dylan going after him quick this time, knowing he's got him, and Harmon got him out twice earlier in the ball game. That pitch outside. 1-2 count.
Yeah, Gilbert batting in the 7 hole here.
Great pitch right there. Ooh. And the umpire missed that one for sure.
Well, again, it's hard for us to see up and down, but that caught a lot of the play.
I don't know.
You think it caught the numbers?
Yeah, that
right across the.
Yeah.
It
Doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah, Dylan wasn't going to leave it to the umpire. He just brought the heat there on that 1-2 count to strike out Gilbert for out number 2. But into the box comes Mason Roark, who is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles.
2 outs now for the Jags here in the top of the 5th inning. And first pitch to Roark is fouled off and out of play. Second pitch fouled back into the net. So Hurley ahead early here with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, he's worked ahead on all 3 hitters this inning. Huge for a pitcher to stay ahead in the count.
That pitch outside for ball 1. 1-2 count now. 2 outs here. Another foul ball hit by Roark.
Yeah, that foul ball was headed toward the Jaguar dugout. Kind of got Coach Bowling and Coach Stewart off their stools a little bit. I'm not sure they could get out of the way. They were just hoping and praying it didn't hit them.
That ball in the turf and outside for ball 2.
Good
2-2 count
pitch.
and
You got him, yes, sir.
Yep.
Good off-speed pitch there. Had him off balance. Good play by Cam Smith. And that's 3 up, 3 down for Dylan Hurley here in the top of the 5th with, ball hit back to him and 2 strikeouts. Great inning there. And, as we completed 4.5, 3-3, Jaguars will be coming back to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. We'll have Elza, Smith, and Parman, first 3 hitters here against number 24 pitcher Talon Markham. Again, you're listening to Mike and Jalen Black on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, on North Laurel Nation on Facebook, and 98.5 WJTE. Just spread the word. We're going to be coming across in this format, trying to do a few baseball and softball games. We're also going to bring you the Jaguar Athletic Gala, which will be on May the 8th at 7 p.m. at the Creek Church. We hope to have some interviews before and during the gala as we honor our student athletes for the 24-25 school year. And also we'll be honoring our 2025 class of Hall of Fame inductees at the Jaguar Gala on May the 8th. Our 3rd class that we'll be inducting into the Athletics Hall of Fame will be Marcus Carson, Ashley Woolham, and Abby Sears. So, we're excited to induct them into the Athletic Hall of Fame. Very deserving. So maybe we'll catch them on also at the Jags Athletic Gala to get a word from them.
looks like Markham's still on the mound here for the Tigers. Still tied up 3-3 here going into the bottom of the 5th inning. And as you mentioned, we'll have Elza Cam Smith. Sorry, I'm looking right at him, drawing a blank, and then Parman follow him up.
Yeah, Cooper Elza led off the bottom of the 3rd with a single, stole second, and scored on a hit on the air by the 3rd baseman on Cam Smith's hit. I don't know what we got going on in the background here at John Hooker Stadium Alumni Field. Sounds like we may have a dirt bike or a 4-wheeler or something.
I don't know what, but it was loud.
Well, you get all the traffic from the Hal Rogers Parkway and construction going on. A lot of things going on here.
So Elza in the box now for the Jags. Here's the first pitch from Markham. Elza hit it right at the middle. Markham will snag it. and tosses over to first base for a quick first out.
Yeah, great play there by the pitcher, Talon Markham. Filled that ball. Get right back at him.
That'll bring up catcher number 8, Cam Smith for the Jags now. Looking to get things rolling here. Put a couple more runs on the board in the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, he's reached base twice on errors by the third baseman.
First pitch, outside, ball 1.
About a Cam Smith home run right here. I'm going to go ahead and call my shot.
Second pitch, low in the turf as well for ball 2.
He's heading the count here. Hitter's pitch. He's looking, dead red. Something fastball right in the middle, right down the pipe, something he can drive.
Hard ball. Crazy bounce to the shortstop. And first baseman cannot hold on to it. So once again, Smith
reaches by error.
Yep, absolutely.
This time going to be E3.
And he's laughing, walking off to the dugout like, man, whatever it takes, I'll take it.
That's right. Well, he hit a one hopper. Good play by the shortstop. Just mishandled by the first baseman. But he's hit the ball hard all 3 times. Again, talked about that earlier. Sometimes you don't get rewarded for that.
So this will bring up lefty Cooper Parman. And Dirtbike once again making an appearance here. Johnston was in to pinch run for Smith. And right there, Johnston tried to steal second, thrown out there. Markham tried to backpick him there, and he decided to go on to second. Couldn't beat Jackson to the bag, so that'll be number 2 that's in it.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play. I figured Zach was going on the first movement, and the first movement was not to the plate. It was to first base. For the 1-3-6 put out for out number 2.
That ball fouled off by Parman. 0-1 count here. So no runners on, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th, tied up 3-3. Parman hits a little grounder. Third baseman comes in to get it. Parman got to run it out as the throw was high, and the first baseman had to leave the ground for it.
Yeah, he hit that right off the end of the bat to the third baseman and beats it out for an infield hit. Number 30, Eli Holt, the designated hitter, steps into the box for the Jaguars.
I think it's time for his homer to fall tonight. He's
right.
had multiple well-hit balls that way.
Yeah, double, and then he lined out to the third baseman. It went for 2 on the evening. He's going to get a heavy dose of breaking balls right here early on. That pitch is low and outside for ball number 1 in the dirt.
That pitch way outside as well for ball 2.
Yeah, I doubt Eli's going to get much to hit. I would be shocked, but you never know. 2-0, 2 outs, runner on first. Good pitch.
Outside pitch for strike 1. So 2-1 count now. Parman on first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're all tied up 3-3 against 49th District opponent Clay County. And Parman looking to steal, and he'll get there with ease.
That's ball 3 to Eli. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
That's Parman's second stolen base of the evening. Three-one count now. That pitch will bounce over the head. Hard play for the second baseman, and he'll make it for out number 3. Once again, a runner left on for North. That's been the name of the game so far tonight.
Absolutely.
Just haven't been able to piece together many hits and score off of it. So heading into the top of the 6th inning, we're tied up once again 3-3 over with Clay County here. You're listening to Jalen Black and Mike Black on North Laurel Nation, the official home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, and 98.5 WJTE. We'll step aside and be right back.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
All right, welcome back here to John Hooker Stadium at Alumni Field on the beautiful campus of North Laurel. We are heading into top of the 6th inning, all tied up. Clay County 3, your North Laurel Jaguars 3 as well. Leading off is going to be Crawford here for the Clay County Tigers.
Yeah, he's DH. He's 0 for 2 with fly ball to the shortstop and then lined out to the first baseman to end the bottom of the 3rd, or top of the 3rd, excuse me. Swings and misses for strike 1.
Second pitch outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Dylan Hurley still on the mound for the Jaguars. Came in the top of the 3rd in relief of Cooper Parman. So this will be his 4th inning of work. And
inside pitch, and Crawford drives it, but it's going to be foul ball.
Yeah, and hadn't given up any runs until they're in the top of the 4th, and run scored on an error there, an overthrow at first base. So one unearned run for Dylan. He's pitched really well.
And he'll get Crawford swinging a miss for strike 3.
Swing and a miss.
And out number 1.
Yeah, I think a little change up there. And back to the top of the lineup, the center fielder, number 12, Aiden Roberts. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a double and 2 RBIs.
Pops up a bunt. Smith comes from behind the plate and bobbled the ball all around, not able to make the play. So Roberts going to get on base off of a bunt there.
Yeah, tough play, especially on that turf. The ball still bouncing. Got a nice lead over at first.
And Hurley throws the ball away.
Not what you wanted to do there in that situation. He's probably going to go to 3rd.
And he does. So Roberts got on base off of a bunt and was able to steal 2nd and 3rd. After the throw got by the first baseman there.
Yeah, advanced on the overthrow, 2-base error there, and the dangerous shortstop number 1, Ethan Jackson, in the box with the go-ahead run on 3rd.
And we're going to intentionally walk Jackson here. So he's going to take first base. And that's going to bring Talon Markham up. who I believe is 0 for 3 on the night.
He is 0 for 2 with a walk.
0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, he flew out to the left fielder in the first inning and flew out to the right fielder in the fourth. Yeah, and you're going to hear a lot of chirping from the crowd on that intentional walk, but man, the guy's hitting 516. You know, take your chances with the next couple of hitters. With one out.
First pitch outside, ball 1. Hurley will throw to first.
You know, Markham does lead the team in RBIs with 23.
Hurley will jam him once again. He fouls one off there. So 1-1 count now for Talon Markham. Swing and a miss. Well, they're going to say
foul ball.
Yeah, comes up with the foul ball call.
And also the intentional walk puts you in the double play position here. You know, you get a ball back to the pitcher. You can turn a double play here. So just strategy involved.
Swing and a miss for strike 3. Hurley sends Markham back to the dugout for out number 2. That's going to bring up number 11, Brody Hooker, to the plate with runners on first and third and 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. North Laurel looking to get out of this inning without giving up any runs here.
Yeah, Hooker is 0 for 2 with a walk. He did reach on an error in the 4th inning. That was the ball that was overthrown.
And they're going to send Jackson Smith faking the throw to second. Going to play it safe.
Yeah. You have to be a perfect throw to get him there. So you got runners at second and third. And I believe that was ball 1 to Brody Hooker.
Looks like strike 1.
I'll take it.
That ball outside. I don't like when the umpires don't signal very often.
I agree.
This one does not.
He gave it just then.
Right
it was real
then.
low. 1-1.
1-1, yep. Nice pitch right there for strike 2. That ball had some movement on it there.
Yeah, Mr. Hooker kind of given up on it. He thought it was, but it was way inside. But it came back in and caught a piece of the plate.
He'll swing on that one right back to Hurley. He'll plant his feet, nice little toss over to first base, and he'll get the out this time on Hooker.
Same thing that happened in the top of the 4th.
Same batter and everything, yeah.
Absolutely, and that's the strategy involved there. There's why you intentionally walk the leading hitter, hitting 516.
You want to put pressure on the batters behind him to make it play
Absolutely.
and get some runs in.
Yeah, you know, and Jackson had hit one off the fence there in the 4th. So Coach McWhorter and Coach Bowling, Coach Stewart weren't going to take any chances there. And it worked out as Dylan Hurley gets out of that inning unscathed.
Yeah, so no harm done, no runs scored by Clay County. We're still tied up 3-3 heading into the bottom of the 6th inning.
Yeah, big inning here for the Jaguars. Chance to go ahead and take the lead here. We got Braden Evans, Cam Hinkle, and June McWhorter up to bat. Again, very important game. This is, I think the way it's done now is the first game between the two schools is the district seed game. So this is going to give the Jaguars or the Tigers a leg up in the seeding in the 49th district. Like I said, Jackson County has already defeated Clay County. North Laurel plays Clay County twice next week. And comment by some of our viewers here, Hall of Fame move there by Darren McWhorter with the intentional walk. And not Coach McWhorter's first go around future Hall of Famer there with over 400 wins in his career as the head baseball coach of the North Laurel Jaguars.
So leading off now for your Jaguars is going to be number 7 first baseman Braden Evans.
Yeah, Braden hit a ball to the first baseman and then flew out to the center fielder. 0 for 2 on the night.
First pitch ripped down the third base line and foul.
Yeah, just got out in front of that inside pitch. Right on it, just a little quick.
So an 0-1 count here for Evans in the bottom of the 6th inning. Second pitch, fly ball, and neither first baseman or right fielder can get to it. Going to be foul ball here.
So to shout out to the Lady Jaguar softball team, they were in Jackson County tonight for a 49th District matchup, and they defeated the Jackson County Lady Generals 15-3 in 5 innings to secure the number 1 seed in the 49th District and a bye into the region. And shout out to Coach Chris Edwards for his 100th career win as the head coach of the North Laurel Lady Jaguar softball team.
Man, I love watching that team. I think we have another chance to be at John Crop Stadium once again this year, because that pitch is high for ball 1.
Yeah, I agree. Hitting, fielding, pitching, Lady Jaguars have it all.
Where's Jordan Markham?
What would JoJo
Where's
say?
Jordan Markham?
You got to wear that one there. You got to wear that one.
And he did the right thing. Turned his back. He just leaned away from it. He just took it on the back there. In a game like this, you need to get on no matter what cost.
Need base runners here.
Yep, and he'll swing and a miss for strike 3. So that's going to be out number 1. That'll bring up number 5, shortstop Cam Hinkle for the Jags.
0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and ground out to the shortstop. I think it was a fly ball in the first inning to the pitcher.
And another close pitch.
Ball number 1.
That ball crushed, gets
Base
right
hit.
past the
Yes,
shortstop. And a nice base hit to single there for Cam Hinkle. And here comes old Southpaw Jude McCorder, who absolutely raked one earlier in the ball game.
Yep. Lefty Jude is 1 for 2 on the evening with a 2-run homer. Like to see a replay of that.
So 1 out, runner on first. Markham going to throw back to first.
Yeah, going to try to keep Cam close here because anything in the gap here is, he could possibly score with a good lead over there, good running start at first base.
And here we go. We've got a pickle.
Again.
We're in a pickle. Jackson back to Markham. Hinkle's still alive with it. And he'll be tagged for out 2. That's twice in this ball game we've done that, where Markham has thrown to first base and we have tried to advance to second.
Yeah, they're going off first movement, but you got to be watching that front foot and back foot. If the back foot moves, he's coming over. Got Tough base running mistake there. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th.
So we'll see if McCord will finally get his first pitch, and does. Swing and miss for strike 1.
Off-speed pitch there, had him out in front.
Strike 2 for McCorder. So Markham ahead in the count 0-2 here. And McCorder, fair ball, rips one down the first base line there. He's getting the wave from Coach McCorder at third base. He's going to have to get down. And he's safe. Nice triple down the first base line for the lefty, Jude McCorder. And you can only think about what if we hadn't gotten a pickle there, we'd had a run scored and then another runner of McCorder on third in scoring position.
Yeah, Ashton Napier up to bat now, and he's 1 for 2 with a single and a stolen base in the bottom of the 4th. So good hitter here in the 9 hole. Got to make them pay there for that. And Clay County coach Jason Smith is going to come out and have a word with pitcher and the rest of the infield. Yeah, just baseball's a game of failure.
Yeah.
Tell people all the time that you go 1 for 3 and you're in the majors and you're in the Hall of Fame hitting 333. So it's important here to not leave another base runner on. I've lost track of how many runners we've left on base, but
too many.
Yeah. Here in the bottom of the 6th, you need 1 run to go ahead. You've got Ashton Napier in the box, and he's made good contact. Single, 1 for 2. So I look for him here to pick up a big hit here for the Jaguars here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs, 3-3 game. The corners are in, even though there's 2 outs. They're expecting maybe him to try to bunt or something like that. They're way in on the grass, which we would call turf now, but I call it the grass.
First pitch outside, ball 1. So 1-0 count here to start for Ashton Napier. Another ball gets past the catcher, bobbled it, but McCorder not going to go.
Yeah, again, good hitters count here for Ashton. Don't swing at his pitch here. Swing at one that you can drive. Be very patient here.
Two-0 count. Third pitch, high for ball 3, and it's a good position right now for North Laurel.
Yeah, got the automatic take here. I think his last at bat, it was 3-0, and the strike, he didn't really agree with the umpire, but it was 3-1, and then he gets a single on the 3-1. So
there's the strike. We'll see if history can repeat itself with a single here from Ashton.
Yeah, again, you want to be very selective here. You're ahead in the count. Got your leadoff hitter, Carter Kelly, on deck. So
there it is. Napier ripped one into left field
and
scores McCorder to give North Laurel the lead here. What a rip there by Napier.
Absolutely.
And history repeating itself.
All the confidence in the world in him after seeing that last at bat. He's swinging a good bat. And that's big right there to put the North Laurel Jaguars up 4-3 over the Clay County Tigers here in the bottom of the 6th. And you want to keep adding on here. Carter's due. I want to see Carter be a little patient. They're going to pitch him outside. Go with that pitch to the left side of the field.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Carter Kelly led the state in batting average for most of the year last year.
For most of the year, he did. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we know what he's capable of. He can absolutely crush the ball. Like to see him get in the gap here. That's going to be ball outside. Napier slides in. He's safe.
Ooh, that was close.
His foot got there before Jackson could turn around for the tag. Yeah. Great call by the umpire out there.
You think Clay County agrees with that?
You don't hear much from him, do you? So
No, it was close. Another stolen base by the Jaguars. Another runner in scoring position.
need a ball in the gap here. Kelly drives one. Looks like it's going to be right to the center fielder, and it is. So good hit ball, just hit right to him for out 3. But great way to close out the 6th inning there as North Laurel was able to put a run on the board and take back the lead 4-3 over 49th District opponent Clay County. You're listening to Jalen and Mike Black on North Laurel Nation, the official home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network, and also WJTE 98.5. We'll step aside and be right back.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
All right, welcome back to John Hooker Stadium and Alumni Field here on the campus of North Laurel High School. So we're bringing you 49th District baseball action between the homestanding North Laurel Jaguars and the Clay County Tigers as we enter the top of the 7th. Your North Laurel Jaguars lead 4-3. On the mound for the Jaguars, Dylan Hurley. This is his 5th inning. He came on in relief of Cooper Parman. Up to bat for the Clay County Tigers, number 23, the first baseman, John Smith, and he is 1 for 2 tonight.
Here's the first pitch from Hurley. Nice on the inside corner for strike 1. So we'd like to thank our title sponsor for this ball game, LPE London Power Equipment, for sponsoring this 49th District matchup between your North Laurel Jaguars and the Clay County Tigers. 0-2 count here for Smith. So Hurley ahead once again here in the count. A little bit of a wild pitch there. Gets past Smith behind the plate. That'll be ball 1, 1-2 count.
Yeah, very important for Dylan to get the leadoff hitter here in the top of the 7th.
And another pitch that takes kind of a crazy bounce there on the turf. So 2-2 count for Hurley.
Yeah, he's trying to get him to chase that strike 3 here.
And right there, Smith will wear one off the back as he drops to first base here. And that's going to bring up number 27 for the Tigers. That's going to be Aiden Lovett.
Yeah, the second baseman, he is walked, flew out to second baseman, and hit a ball back to the pitcher. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner for Clay County, John Smith. Looks like number 22.
Gilbert. Connor Gilbert. Going to come in and pinch run there on first base for Smith. So Lovett at the plate now. And the umpire is fixing his lineup here.
Looks like that'll be number 22, Kyler Hughes. 7th grader is going to be the pinch runner.
The long hair threw me off right
Threw
there.
you off. Yeah,
Yep.
Gilbert's in the on-deck circle.
That's what I thought, yeah. No outs, runner on first. Hurley throws back to first.
Yeah, looks like Cooper Parman at third base is playing in, expecting a sacrifice bunt here from Aiden Lovett. We'll see if they try to get the runner in scoring position. Nope, he's swinging
First
away.
pitch. Hinkle gets to it. Can he make the play? No. And we got him here. If we'll make the throw in the tag.
Nope.
And a great slide there by Hughes. He got around the tag and safe into second. So right there, a little bit of a missed opportunity for the Jags.
Yeah, just one of those balls hit in between there. Cooper couldn't get to it at third, and Cam had to go on the hole to make the play. Even though the short hop to first baseman, I think he was going to beat it.
Yeah,
out anyway.
he was already there for sure. But
yeah,
we should have definitely had him out right there at second, though.
Yeah, then your pinch runner overruns second, and throws just a little off target. So we got runners on first and second, no outs. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change as Coach McWhorter's come to the mound. We got wholesale substitutions, people moving around the outfield. But great job by Dylan Hurley. Gave up one earned run through 4+ innings. Looked like, as our man Reese Weaver up here in the press box said, looks like Cam Hinkle. They thought they were going to be bringing him in to start the inning, but he's coming in now. Cam has pitched in 12 1/3 innings with an ERA of 1.14, 12 strikeouts, 10 walks on the year. So he's got logged some innings here. Looks like in relief. He's come in and pitched more in relief. So Coach McWhorter's got a lot of confidence in him here. Bring him in this big district matchup. Runners on first and second, no outs. Again, shout out to our sponsor, London Power Equipment, sponsor of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network here on North Laurel Nation and 98.5 WJTE, the Light of London, bringing you Jaguar baseball and Lady Jaguar softball action this spring. Very excited about being able to continue to highlight and showcase great student athletes and the athletic programs here at North Laurel High School.
All right, so like you said, runners on first and second, no outs here. Bringing in a new pitcher. Excited to see what Hinkle could do, and saw a little bit of frustration on Hurley as he headed back to the dugout. But man, I'm very impressed with what he was able to do on the mound tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. He threw well. Came in at the top of the third. Had the leadoff hitter here. It was 2-2. He just tried to blow one by him and hit him, and then just an infield hit, leading to runners on first and second.
All right, before we start back here again, we'd like to thank our title sponsor tonight, LPE, the London Power Equipment. Thank you for sponsoring the athletes of North Laurel High School. So Gilbert showed the bunt, pulled back, and that pitch outside for ball one.
Yeah, Connor Gilbert, the box 0 for 3 tonight, 3 strikeouts. And I definitely think they're going to be trying to bunt these guys over with the row art kid on deck who's been hot tonight. Fouls the bunt off. Again, for North Laurel, if he bunts, you want to just get the out. You don't want to set yourself up for a big inning. You got to hunt the out, find that out here.
One count now for Gilbert. He'll show the bunt. Pulls back, ball 2.
Again, I know that's a huge distraction, kid squaring the bunt, but he's going to sacrifice. Just throw to the bat.
Showing the bunt early here. Gets it down right back to Cam. He'll make the play, goes to third.
Great play.
What a play by Hinkle right there.
Heads up play there to cut down that lead runner.
What a tag there.
Well, I don't know why he tagged him.
It was a fourth. The coach the coach right there was like, he missed the tag, and then they were like, no,
there's
fourth.
no tag. Yeah, good 1-5 put out there on the attempted sacrifice.
That lead runner out.
4 out number 1. So now you have Gilbert on first base and Lovett at second. In the box is number 10, the catcher, Mason Rowart. He has doubled twice and struck out.
First pitch, ball 1.
Glad to have our athletic director, Ethan Everso, tuning in to the broadcast here with a lot of encouraging comments, urging our Jaguars on to victory. Former assistant baseball coach as Roark swings and misses. Evens count at 1-1. Cam Smith goes out to conduct a meeting with the pitcher and his infielders.
Also, like to take this moment to let you guys know if you or a business you own would love to be a title game sponsor for any kind of game of North Laurel Athletics, you can email me at jb.wjte@outlook.com. Recently got a new job with the local radio WJTE 98.5 and would love to help you sponsor your business. So now 2-1 count here for Hinkle. Runners on first and second still. 1 out. That pitch outside once again. 3-1 count now.
Yeah, he's been very careful here with Roark.
And he'll walk Roark, so back to bases loaded, bringing up number 21, Trey Crawford, the DH for Clay County.
Yeah, Crawford is 0 for 3 tonight. A little pop fly to the shortstop, line drive to the first baseman, and a strikeout. Boy, Cam needs a strikeout in the worst way here. Oh, now we've got a conference here. Coach Clay County has come out. And now the home plate umpire is calling in field umpire. And the 3 of them are going to have a conference.
Now, what could this possibly be about?
Well, you got one of the umpires pointing out toward the field. So
Something with the lineup.
I think they're questioning, what North Laurel did with the DH and things like that.
Or it looks like they're putting in a courtesy runner, too.
Yeah, so maybe he was just questioning who could run here for the catcher here in this case. Looks like that's going to be again, sorry, we don't have the numbers and the names. It looks like it's going to be number 5, last name Hyde. I don't have a first name. So he's going to run for the catcher. So I think that conference is just about who could run.
Nice pitch there by Cam.
Nice little curveball. Strike 1 to Trey Crawford. I don't know if anybody's watching. That kid at first base had a huge lead. I think they've caught on and told him that really his run's not that big a deal at this point.
If I had to guess, he looks like he's a middle schooler.
Yeah.
So probably a lot of pressure on him in this moment.
Absolutely. It's Cam gets hit 0-2 and need a strikeout here in the worst way here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded. A 4-3 ball game.
It's going to be outside for ball 1 here. That ball, nice block there by Cam Smith behind the plate.
Counts 2-2, 1 out, top of the 7th. Cam Hinkle on the mound for the Jaguars. Facing the designated hitter, Trey Crawford. The ball's inside.
Got a full count situation.
Count.
Here comes the 3-2 pitch. And
Hinkle
with the strike rings up number 23, Crawford, sends him back to the dugout, and we'll get outnumbered 2 this inning. Huge pitch there by Hinkle on the mound.
Yeah, and that brings to the plate the leadoff hitter, Aiden Roberts, and he is 2 for 4 with a double and a bunt single.
So now we've got the force in any bag here, and that's a great first pitch on the outside corner, strike 1.
Yeah, somebody's got to make a play here in the top of the 7th. Bases loaded. Jaguars lead 4-3.
Nice pitch. Up ahead early. 0-2 count for Cam.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. No pass balls here. You want him to chase something here. Cam's a lot of confidence. 0-2 here. Got him with
there
the strikeout.
It is.
And your Jaguars win. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Cam just bounced that ball off the turf and it hit Coach Bowen in the face. But your Jaguars win 4-3 in this 49th district matchup. Coach Bowen took it like a champ.
He did.
Wow. Great job by Cam Hinkle to come
Yeah.
in there in a pressure situation and get back-to-back strikeouts as your North Laurel Jaguars win 4-3.
Yeah, big time game by the Jags. Now, if they can get the job done against Jackson County next week, they will be number 1 seed.
Secure that number 1 seed, absolutely. So we're going to step aside for a few minutes, and we will come back with Coach McWhorter and a player of the game. You're listening to Mike and Jalen Black on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network and North Laurel Nation and 98.5 WJTE, the Light of London.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5530. Your local Burger King with locations in the London Shopping Center and at 1875 North Main in London. Proudly supports Laurel County's young athletes. Have it your way at BK.
Your season today at BK. Have it your way.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
EC Porter IGA has been your hometown grocery store for decades because of our quality and impeccable service. And through the years, that hasn't changed. 714 East 4th Street in London. EC Porter IGA is a proud sponsor of our local student athletes. Independent Opportunities is a human service company committed to providing high-quality support for those with disabilities. They're hiring now. Phone 877-9209 or search Independent Opportunities on Facebook. If you want your lawn to look amazing, look no further than Amazing Grass Lawn Care. Elijah Jervis and his crew of outstanding lawn care professionals are the best in the bluegrass. At Amazing Grass, we aim to meet all of your lawn care needs at a reasonable price. You grow it, we'll mow it. For Amazing Grass, phone 606-231-4411. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Amazing Grass. How sweet the ground. At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment. Your local Burger King with locations in the London Shopping Center and at 1875 North Main in London proudly supports Laurel County's young athletes. Have it your way at BK.
Season today at BK. Have it your way.
E.C. Porter IGA has been your hometown grocery store for decades because of our quality and impeccable service. And through the years, that hasn't changed. 714 East 4th Street in London. E.C. Porter IGA is a proud sponsor of our local student athletes. Independent Opportunities is a human service company committed to providing high-quality support for those with disabilities. They're hiring now. Phone 877-9209 or search Independent Opportunities on Facebook. If you want your lawn to look amazing, look no further than Amazing Grass Lawn Care. Elijah Jervis and his crew of outstanding lawn care professionals are the best in the bluegrass. At Amazing Grass, we aim to meet all of your lawn care needs at a reasonable price. You grow it, we'll mow it. For Amazing Grass, phone 606-231-4411. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall. E.C. Porter IGA has been your hometown grocery store for decades because of our quality and impeccable service. And through the years, that hasn't changed. 714 East 4th Street in London. E.C. Porter IGA is a proud sponsor of our local student athletes. Independent Opportunities is a human service company committed to providing high-quality support for those with disabilities. They're hiring now. Phone 877-9209 or search Independent Opportunities on Facebook.
All right, welcome back now to North Laurel Nation, home of the Jaguar Broadcasting Network on Facebook and WJTE 98.5. We're here with head coach Darren McCorder after the big 49th District win over Clay County, 4-3. Coach, I mean, really good performance all around. When we were mentioning, who was going to be the player of the game, we had 3 or 4 different people in mind. Just talk about your team's performance altogether.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, I thought defensively, I think we played well. We had what was going to be a routine, just overthrow
Yeah.
it first. But other than that, I think that was the only real error on the night. And you're going to be in games and give yourself a chance to win if you can eliminate errors. The pitching, starting out, Cooper Parman, and then he just ran into a wall, and he was having a hard time finding the strike zone. And I thought Dylan Hurley come in and did a great job. I mean, he came in and threw really well for us, and he didn't want to come out at the end of that game either. And I was like, here's your pitch counts up a little bit. They've seen you a couple of times. Let's give them a different look right here. And Cam Hinkle, I thought, come in a real tough situation. And like I said, making that play at third base when they bunted the ball.
Big time play
big
there.
Time. That was huge. That was huge.
Yeah, well, we talked about that with Dylan as well. I mean, he threw 4 innings, came out for that 5th, gave up 1 unearned run, and that was that overthrow he had. But just threw really well and gave you a chance. And of course, you got on the board with Jay's going to give me a hard time on Jude's home run, and we'll talk to him in a few minutes about that. From here, I was watching the right fielder, and I was like, I don't think it's going to have enough. And Jalen said, "Oh yeah, it lands in the softball field."
It landed in the softball field.
I mean, just absolutely crushed it.
Yeah, he hit it well, and Eli Holt hit one too. We had another one that I've coached for 29 years, and that has been called a home run against us before.
Is that right?
Yes.
Well, we couldn't hardly see from here. Our man Reese Weaver was over here, and he said it was foul. And we noticed you didn't put too much of a fight, but he did. He crushed it.
I mean, like I said, I've seen it called both ways. I've seen them call it a home run, and I've seen them not call it a home run. And it's, once they've already called it, you're not going to change your mind. You're not going to change anybody's mind.
What was the kid from the Markham kid kept you off balance most of the night? Was he throwing some kind of knuckle curve? We were trying to watch his release.
He was just throwing a curve and a changeup.
Okay.
It was just a changeup, and that one, and he had a slow curve, a slower changeup, and just kept. I mean, when you get that, people want to go out and get it, and not let it travel to them. And a guy like that, and he threw really well tonight. And then he wants to sneak his fastball by you, and he was, able to do that a time or two. But throughout the game, I thought he kept us all off balance.
Well, he's 4-1 coming in with a 1.86 ERA. So he's obviously the best pitcher on their staff. But Dylan Hurley, Jude's home run, Cam Hinkle coming in right there in a tough situation. Runners on second, third, may have been first and second. High IQ play there.
Yes.
Get the guy at third and then just mowed down the next two hitters. Great job of him. Talk about what you were thinking. I thought a great move was when you all walked the Jackson kid with the runner on third.
Well, we've dealt with him for 4 years. And like I said, last year he beat us with a home run at Clay in our seed game, and we pitched to him.
I remember that now.
Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me.
That's right. Well, he was hitting 516, and we're sitting up here close to the Clay County fans, and you hear him. But I said that's a Hall of Fame move right there. That's strategy. That's just baseball, and it worked out perfect. Worked out perfect. They didn't score.
Not going to get us again this year because he's capable of doing it. I mean, he hit one off the fence. We got lucky. We got lucky right there that he hit the fence. So
thank goodness for that high fence out there on that side.
but he's a really good player.
Great win. Get the seed game here. You go next week to play Jackson. And they already beat Clay in the seed game.
Yes. So it'll come down. Whoever wins that game will be the number one seed, and that's what I'm selling it to the kids. This is going to guarantee you a trip to the region.
That's right.
It guarantees it. I mean, then they'll play to see who gets to us, and we'll go regardless. So, we're going to, hopefully get locked in and can go get that win over at Jackson County on Monday.
Yeah, go to Cordia on Thursday to play Hazard in the Joe Melton Classic.
Joe Melton Classic. Yeah.
And then back here Wednesday or Saturday.
Saturday.
For we talked about it earlier. You all play at 11 against Madison Southern.
Yes.
And then
Louisville Southern and Danville will play, and then the winners will play and the losers will play.
Okay. All right. So big day of baseball on Saturday. So Coach, thanks for joining us. We're going to step aside for a couple minutes here. We've been with Coach Darren McWhorter after a big Jaguar win over Clay County 4-3, and we'll be back to talk to our London Power Equipment players of the game. We have Jude McWhorter and Ashton Napier. You're listening to Mike and Jalen Black on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.
Go Jags.
At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment. Your local Burger King with locations in the London Shopping Center and at 1875 North Main in London proudly supports Laurel County's young athletes. Have it your way at BK.
Season the day at BK. Have it your way.
All right, welcome back to North Laurel Nation on Facebook and WJTE 98.5. I'm joined now by the London Power Equipment co-players of the game, Ashton Napier and Jude McWhorter. Guys, first of all, congratulations on a huge district win tonight over Clay County, 4-3. First, I'll start with Ashton. You had a big-time single right there, was able to score the run to take the lead, and that the at bat was very similar to the one in your previous at bat. Just talk about kind of what was going through your head with the 3-1 count and knowing you had a runner on third and scoring position.
I mean, Jude comes up, gets a big triple, and my job is just to get on base, whatever way I can. And he come through some balls, don't want to chase nothing, got me in a 3-1 count, and I'm like, gives me one, you're just gonna smash it here. It's what you live for.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, Jude, you had a big triple, but man, the 2-run bomb you had, I believe it was in the second inning there, was really what kind of got our bats going and stuff. And we talked about, Dad mentioned earlier, he didn't think it was gone, but it landed on the softball field. But not only that, you just every time you step to the plate, I feel like you just have this different kind of concentration. What do you tell yourself every time you step into the box?
When I get my main goal is just not strike out. So I'm just trying to put the
good
ball
goal.
in play any way I can. And yeah, that home run, as soon as I hit it, I knew it was out, but that was awesome.
Yeah, that was. And that was your second bomb of the season. I believe the first one was in right field as well.
Same spot, basically.
Absolutely. So you guys won the game tonight against Clay County. Next week you have Jackson County, who beat Clay previously in the season. So you all are fighting for the 1 seed. What's going to be the mindset in the games leading up to that and into next week?
Well, last year Jackson kind of ended our season in district, so we're really excited to get back at them because you want to go region, and then these games of 4 get us ready for that. So
absolutely. Anything else you guys want to add?
No, go Jags.
All right, go Jags. We'll step aside and be back to close things out. You're listening to Jalen Black on North Laurel Nation, the official sponsor of the Jaguar Broadcasting Nation. We'll step aside and be
At
right.
London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5 with options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment. If you want your lawn to look amazing, look no further than Amazing Grass Lawn Care. Elijah Jervis and his crew of outstanding lawn care professionals are the best in the bluegrass. At Amazing Grass, we aim to meet all of your lawn care needs at a reasonable price. You grow it, we'll mow it. For Amazing Grass, phone 606-231-4411. Isaiah 40:8. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our God shall stand forever. Amazing Grass. How sweet the ground.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is Jalen Black, joined by Mike Black, and your North Laurel Jaguars come away with a 4-3 win over the Clay County Tigers, and just an all-around gritty win. I mean, there was multiple players who played huge roles in sealing this victory tonight.
Absolutely, and just like we talked about with Coach McWhorter, we said just pick the player of the game. You could have picked Dylan Hurley, came in and pitched 4 great innings. Jude McWhorter with a 2-run home run and a triple. Ashton Napier with 2 hits and drove in Jude there in the bottom of the 6th to put the Jaguars head 4-3. And then, Cam Hinkle coming in there in a very tough situation, makes a great baseball IQ play there to get that lead runner and then strikes out the next 2 hitters. So an overall great team effort by the Jaguars. Anytime you can defeat Clay County and gain that number 1 seed, it's a great night to be a Jag.
And we see right here, we got a comment from North Laurel legend Marcus Carson. He says, "Go Jags, great job commentating tonight." And we'd like to remind everybody, Marcus Carson is a 2025 North Laurel Hall of Fame inductee. So you guys can show up to the Jags Gala to support him, Ashley Woolham, and Abby Sears, as they are the 3 inductees this year into the North Laurel Hall of Fame. And we're excited to hopefully try to get them on a broadcast when we do our Jaguar Den. But
absolutely, shout out to Marcus for watching, and Naomi Thomas
yes,
checking us out here on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network on North Laurel Nation on Facebook and 98.5 WJTE.
All right, so we'll close out and just want to remind everybody we will be back on live Saturday at noon as softball is playing in a triangle here at home. I believe it's going to be
Franklin County, we're not sure. They've not got the other opponent listed, but we'll be
Gotcha.
on the air at noon. And if you can't make it out to the game here on campus of North Laurel High School, join us on Facebook and 98.5 WJTE.
All right. And as we always like to say, go Jags.
Go Jags.